Good morning, everyone. My name is Erik. I'm from University of Minho. First of all, I'm really sorry for not being there in person. I have a class right now, so I'm going to present my project from the workshop using this record. And if you have any questions or feedbacks, please send me a message or an email, and we can talk later. So I'm going to transform production management process. It's a course from the second year of engineering and operations management masters. And we use some key concepts about production management, lean, process map, Industry 4.0 and Bill of Materials. And the learning outcomes are mainly to the students to learn some techniques and some approach to using their projects or their daily work. We have 15 classes with 3 hours each and an average of 35 students. And this course already uses a lot of active learning because the Professor Rui Lima is the main professor and I'm just his assistant. So we have flipped classroom, PBL, and brainstorming, for example. And for assessment, we use our written test and some project deliverables and oral presentations. And I asked Professor Hui, how could I improve your course? Because you already know everything about active learning. And he said for me, Eric, we always have something to improve. Challenge me. So I'm trying to improve this course, and I decided to do this approach in 3 steps. We have baby steps, challenging the master, and show time. The first one is the focus of this project because we have just 3 or 4 minutes. So I'm going to talk about baby steps. The main objective from this step is improve my active learning skills. So all the classes on these activities that are here, we already use some kind of active learning, but I'm going to teach these 3 first classes related to BPMN. So I added, for example, in the first class, a mentee to brainstorm with the students what is a process. And then we have after this the lesson, but it may looks like something expositive, but it's not. During this BPMN lesson, for example, we have a lot of exercises and a lot of think per share and case studies. In the second class, it's a hands-on class. We have this Visage tutorial, which is a software for process modeling. So we are going to do a hands-on activity and share my screen and model and simulate with them some process. So I added just in the end of this wrap up with a think per share to understand why are we mapping process, why we need to model it, and what is important, for example. And the biggest change is the BPM class 3. From yesterday, I started training a chatbot to simulate the interview process. So for map a process, you need to ask questions, and according to the answers of people, you need to map the process. And I can't role play with all the groups at the same time. So I'm training a chatbot to do it with them. It's nice because it's technological and it's going to save me a lot of time and can be a nice experience. The next 2 steps are challenging the master or the Professor Rui Lima in the case, and showtime. We have only initial ideas right now, but the first one is to discuss with Professor Rui some improvements for the project management and the assessment mainly, and also for try to think on other tutorials about Industry 4.0, because right now this lesson specific is more a theoretical one. And you have showtime, which is to apply the new version of the course to the in the next year and try to assess it and see what works or not. So in the end, we have also the action plan. So baby steps are starting literally right now, today. I'm doing the lesson probably in this morning. And then we have challenge the master. At the end of the semester, I'm going to discuss with Professor Rui. And Showtime is just a fancy name. I know that's not going to work properly in the first try, but I'm trying to be optimistic, so I'm calling it Showtime. So during the next course offer, I'm going to apply it with Professor Hui, and then we're going to iterate it until we retire. And thanks a lot again. I hope you could understand. And if you have any doubts, questions, or feedback, please reach me by email, WhatsApp, or LinkedIn.